My cherished child, the moment you initiated the play button, an unseen thread began to tremble. The individual your heart has been longing for, the one destiny had preordained for you long before you even knew their name, has uncovered a profound truth so compelling that it dismantled every plan they had constructed. They were never meant to experience such intensity, they were not supposed to react with such urgency. Yet, upon realizing the genuine depth of your feelings for them, raw, unvarnished, and unmistakable, they cast aside every obligation, every promise, every distraction, and every path they believed they were navigating. Now, propelled by an unmistakable instinct, they are racing towards something significant. Something intricately linked to you. An aspect of their world has flung open like a door that had been locked for ages, and suddenly every avenue directs back to you, as if the universe itself reshaped their fate in real time. You are not merely imagining this alteration, you are experiencing the reverberations of their realization. This momentous acknowledgement is redefining their every stride in the present. A new whisper now permeates the backdrop of their life, your name. It is a sound they can no longer disregard. When this truth met their awareness, their breath changed, their heartbeat quickened, and their phone slipped from their grasp. For an instant, they froze, attempting to comprehend how the love they had yearned for, despite their fears and silent hopes, was right before them. Emanating from you. Within them, a tumult of emotions coalesced into clarity. This is why they are currently in a state of agitation, why they abandoned something unfinished, something of significance, something others anticipated from them. They did not take the time to explain their departure, they moved swiftly, decisively, and inexorably, because they understand that to pause, even for a fleeting moment, could jeopardize the timing that fate is orchestrating in this very instant. They are replaying your words, your silence, your gestures, each clue reflecting your true emotions, and it is striking them with greater force than they could have anticipated. They had believed that they had lost you. They struggled with misconceptions of their worthiness for the intense feelings you possess. Yet, the truth shattered like a lightning bolt, pulling them toward you with an inevitable force akin to gravity. However, there is a crucial detail you may not yet be aware of. Their epiphany regarding your true feelings did not stem from a direct conversation with you. Instead, it was born from something revealed by another, an unintentional discovery, an overheard exchange, or an incidental glimpse of information never intended for their view. A single message, a fragment of dialogue, a concealed truth broke free and resonated within them so deeply that the plans they had previously safeguarded, all designed to keep them at a distance from vulnerability, crumbled before their eyes. They had intended to create distance, to suppress their emotions, to feign indifference. Yet, the truth thwarted such plans, piercing through every barrier they had erected, unveiling the one aspect they had feared facing, that they love you more profoundly than they believed possible. The moment this acknowledgement collided with the affirmation of your feelings, every excuse dissipated. They have ceased overanalyzing, they no longer fear the consequences, and they are no longer trapped in indecision. Their focus is fixated solely on one objective, reaching you before any interference arises. Someone in their orbit is acutely aware of this transformation, an individual who can discern the heightened urgency in their actions. Someone who recognizes exactly to whom they are hastening, yet this person is not pleased. They relied on your soulmate remaining in confusion, hesitancy, and distance. Their strategy hinged on your soulmate never grasping the true nature of your feelings, as that uncertainty benefited them. But now, the dynamics have dramatically shifted. Your soulmate's newfound clarity is dismantling the intentions of those who sought to position themselves between you. An individual attempted to distract them, mislead them, and taint their perception of you, yet the truth has triumphed over every falsehood. Now that your soulmate truly comprehends your sentiments, no external voice can deter them. They have relinquished every obligation, every barrier, and every fear, and their movement is infused with a sense of urgency that is unsettling to those around them. This is no ordinary behavior, it is not tranquil nor regulated. It is destiny propelling them through a doorway that will not remain open indefinitely. They are acutely aware of this reality. They are traversing towards a destination that will transform everything, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yet, astonishingly, what they are racing towards is not merely you but a pivotal decision, a confession, a juncture they cannot postpone. They are consciously choosing you over the plans they previously laid. They are prioritizing your feelings over their fears. They are opting for this connection over the life they once envisioned. They stand ready to dismantle old patterns, confront others, close doors, and venture into a future that intimidates them, yet signifies the possibility of being genuinely seen, selected, and vulnerable. Their heart races with a blend of trepidation and exhilaration, for they understand that once they reach you and stand before you, nothing will revert to its former state. They approach with authenticity, with transparency, and with a confession that has smoldered within them for far too long, one that will irrevocably alter not only your narrative but the trajectory of both your lives. My cherished child, heed this closely as the energy surrounding you tightens like an impending storm. Each passing second henceforth bears significance. Your soulmate no longer hesitates, nor do they second-guess, nor do they attempt to suppress feelings that have consumed them for months on end. The realization of your true emotions has instigated a change within them that friends, family, or fears cannot negate. It has awakened an unbearable thirst, a yearning, a fierce resolve to reach you before the world distracts them once more. They now navigate their day with one singular thought: to find you, to hear your voice, to lock eyes with you, and to affirm, through their very breath, that what they have uncovered is indeed real. They possess no regard for any witnesses to their urgency, nor for anyone questioning their motives. They remain indifferent to the plans that may unravel due to this pursuit. All that occupies their mind is the call of your truth, to which they feel compelled to respond. A peculiar tension has begun to envelop them. Observers are noticing, whispering, and recognizing this transformation. They are no longer adhering to their usual routines. They are disregarding advice and expectations. They are dismantling patterns, defying structures, and neglecting responsibilities. Recently, someone attempted to reach out to them, an individual constantly seeking to deter them from choosing you, yet they did not respond. They have grown weary of allowing external voices to dictate their path. They refuse to pretend that they do not care, and they are finished maintaining distance merely to appease others. This sudden act of rebellion sends ripples throughout their circle. A close associate is currently in a state of distress, fully aware of where this trajectory leads. They are plagued by one singular fear: the moment when your soulmate finally reaches you and unveils what they have kept buried. A confession that will lay bare deceptions, shatter illusions, and eliminate every obstacle that once separated you. That moment holds the potential for monumental change, and certain individuals are conscious of it. This is why the interference is escalating. However, your soulmate remains too focused to heed the subtle attempts to thwart them. Their heart resonates louder than any distraction. The truth they discerned about your feelings echoes in their chest, resembling a heartbeat within a heartbeat. They recall every instance when you distanced yourself quietly, every occasion where your emotions were held back, and every moment when your eyes communicated far more than your words ever did. They have come to realize that your distance was a form of protection, not rejection. Your silence was not one of disinterest, it was an expression of fear, for fear of overwhelming them, fear of losing control, fear of being perceived as too intense. This realization has unlocked something profound within them. They lament not having understood sooner. They wish they had articulated their feelings earlier. They regret not having fought for you instead of waging war against their own heart. Yet, the past no longer evokes fear in them. The future no longer confounds them. This newfound clarity guides their steps like a compass, unwavering in its direction toward you. The destination they are zealously pursuing is not arbitrary, it is a place imbued with meaning and significance, somewhere destiny has nudged them to go because it resonates with a memory of you or a trace of your essence. They seek this location to feel your proximity before they confront you. They rehearse the words they intend to say, rehearsing confessions they once deemed too daunting to express. Preparing to unveil a truth that could alter everything. They continuously hear your name in their thoughts, as if it were whispered by forces beyond their comprehension. They feel an unseen presence gently yet firmly guiding them toward an inevitable moment. Their emotions are surging in a manner they have never encountered before, a dual force of terror and healing. They have come to understand that what they feel for you transcends the ordinary. This is far from casual, it is not a mere phase. It is something that, if not addressed promptly, will continue to loom over them. At this very moment, dear child, as they surge ahead with great urgency, destiny is constructing a narrow corridor that demands swift action before anyone attempts to distort the truth again. There is an observer in this scenario, someone astutely aware of the significance of the bond developing between you. This individual has a vested interest in keeping you apart and is strategically preparing their next move, sowing seeds of doubt, and interrupting the clarity that is beginning to form. Your soulmate, meanwhile, is finally coming to terms with their feelings, but it may be too late, they have already made their choice. They have surrendered to the magnetic pull that leads them back to you, moving with increasing speed as an internal alarm rings. It is crucial that you reach them before anything else intervenes. This sense of urgency is not coincidental, it is destiny accelerating, propelling actions previously hindered. My dear child, embrace the unfolding of this moment. The energy surrounding your life is no longer subtle, it is a powerful force, crackling and shifting as if the universe itself is rearranging to realign two souls destined to be together. Your soulmate is now driven by an unwavering determination, one that even they struggle to fully comprehend. It is as if an unseen force has seized their spirit, urging them to act now or risk losing everything. This urgency is palpable, genuine, and divinely orchestrated. They have reached a juncture where any hesitation feels like betrayal, where waiting becomes stifling, and silence equates to an eternal separation from you. They cannot afford to take that chance any longer, not now, after uncovering the truth of your feelings. That realization upended their entire reality. Closing the emotional, physical, and spiritual distance between you is now their top priority. In this moment, they are recalling when they first recognized the truth about their feelings for you. It struck them like a jolt, a surge to their chest, leaving them breathless and trembling, their thoughts a flurry. They had spent months convinced that your affection did not match theirs, emotionally distancing themselves in an effort to protect their pride and heart. However, the truth dismantled that facade, bringing clarity to why you acted as you did. Why your energy shifted, why your presence felt both close yet distant. Every unsent message, every missed call, every time you withdrew to safeguard your feelings now resonates with perfect clarity for them. This newfound understanding has washed over them like a wave of remorse so profound that they can no longer remain still, they are jettisoning everything that is not leading them back to you. Past commitments and responsibilities seem trivial, their entire essence has decisively chosen you without hesitation. As they draw nearer to where destiny beckons, memories inundate them, shared moments, exchanged glances, words laden with unspoken meaning. They are awakening to the reality of their previous blindness, realizing the depths of your care while you concealed it. They cannot fathom how close they came to losing you due to misguided assumptions, fueled by those who sought to prevent this connection from flourishing. An individual has been instilling doubts in them, fabricating fears, twisting the narrative to keep them at bay. That person believed they had triumphed, yet the truth has unveiled every deceit. Now, your soulmate perceives the manipulations clearly, and for the first time, their ire is directed inward, lamenting the trap they fell into that nearly cost them their most important relationship. They are silently vowing never to let external influences interfere again. Their heart races as they approach a location steeped in your energy. A place where something meaningful shifted in the past. They pause momentarily, gathering the courage to confront the intensity of their emotions and envisioning your expression when they finally disclose everything, the acknowledgement that they knew, the confession of their sustained love for you. They fear losing control, breaking down, and overwhelming you with all they have kept inside. Yet, this fear serves as a catalyst for their resolve. They comprehend that withholding the truth now would constitute the gravest error of their life. They are prepared to articulate their feelings, even if they tremble as they do so. As this momentum builds, an unseen dynamic is also at play. The individual who once sought to create division between you senses an impending shift, and their anxiety is mounting. They are aware that the truth's power is now beyond containment, recognizing that your soulmate's allegiance is drifting away from them and losing its grip. Preparing to act out of desperation, they are plotting to intervene once more. However, destiny unequivocally favors you. Your soulmate possesses a clarity that is sharper than ever before. No deception can endure in their consciousness. The bond between you is too robust, too awakened, too indelible. They are already en route to you, nearing the moment that will redefine everything, closing in on a confession that will dispel the doubts you have harbored for far too long. My beloved child, the atmosphere surrounding this pivotal moment pulsates with energy, quivering as if every dormant force is awakening. Your soulmate has crossed a threshold from which there is no return. Their heartbeat drowns out all other thoughts, each step propelled by an irresistible attraction. They are no longer preoccupied with consequences or deliberating potential outcomes. They are acquiescing to a force that transcends fear, echoes louder than doubt, and triumphs over every barrier that has stood between you. They are rushing forward with a fervor that surprises even themselves, for the truth they unwrapped about your feelings has not merely touched them, it has detonated within their core. It has unveiled a future they scarcely dared to envision, one they nearly convinced themselves was unworthy of them. Every passing second is now sacred, each breath is steeped in urgency, each moment a countdown to the revelation that will propel both of your lives forward in an unstoppable surge. They are advancing at a rapid pace, yet within their mind, all unfolds in slow motion. They are replaying the moment where clarity struck, not merely recollecting, but reliving it. The sensation of freezing in place, the constriction in their chest, the world surrounding them blurring as the truth crystallized, you loved them, truly loved them. This revelation shattered years of unvoiced tension, dismantled illusions built on fear, and dissolved every lingering doubt. However, it also ignited a fierce protectiveness within them, a sense of loyalty they had tried to suppress. They now grasp why every endeavor to part from you felt fundamentally wrong, why every distraction felt vacant, and why any path without you felt incomplete. Their soul recognized you long before their mind allowed acceptance. Yet as they press onward, an old memory flashes through their mind, a moment when you almost unveiled your truth, only to hold back. They did not comprehend it then, but now they feel the weight of what was missed, what could have been known sooner, what could have been safeguarded had they been more attentive. Despite this torrent of regret, it does not hinder their progress, rather, it propels them forward. They harbor a silent promise deep within, forming word by word, I will not fail this connection again. They are prepared to confront any obstacle, challenge anything, and dismantle every barrier previously encountered. They are cognizant of past interferences, aware of the lies sown, and mindful of the fear weaponized against them. Yet, those illusions have crumbled, their vision is now clear, and their intention is unyielding. Every stride they take is informed by love that is finally liberated, no longer concealed or suppressed. However, another dimension is unfolding behind the curtain, a realization yet to dawn on your soulmate. The individual who once sought to sever the ties between you, who thrived on the chaos, is becoming increasingly desperate as they perceive the shift. They closely monitor your soulmate's actions, taking note of their newfound urgency and silence, their abrupt departure from old patterns. They scramble to anticipate your soulmate's next move, attempting to tilt the balance of control back in their favor by preparing distractions or falsehoods. Nevertheless, destiny is not permitting their plans to unfold as they once did. Your soulmate's intuition is on high alert. They now recognize manipulation, sense dissonance, and can identify voices that once led them astray. Their heart is decisively choosing truth over deceit, clarity over confusion, and love over fear. Consequently, the schemes that once worked against them are faltering. Your soulmate is advancing toward a pivotal moment, a threshold where the universe seeks a genuine, profound conversation. They are envisioning your face when they finally reveal the truth, their admission of understanding, their acknowledgement of how deeply you have affected them, their recognition of the mistakes made by allowing others' influences to sway their judgment. They are preparing to unveil a truth so profound that even they had hidden it from themselves, that loving you was never a conscious decision but rather their true destiny. And with the realization that your feelings mirror their own, they are ready to embark on a new chapter where nothing remains unexpressed. They are now approaching a pivotal moment, a place where the forces of fate have conspired to bring them. It is a destination from which they cannot escape, evade, or disguise their true feelings. Their emotions have surged within them, overwhelming their very being with a realization that is inescapable. The apprehension they once harbored about choosing you pales in comparison to the dread of losing you altogether. As they forge ahead, they are grappling with inner turmoil. They revisit every instance when they distanced themselves from you, every moment they neglected their instincts, and every time they allowed external influences to dictate their choices. Those moments now resonate as haunting errors, like indelible marks they cannot eliminate. They yearn to amend the past, to return to that precise moment when they misinterpreted your silence, your aloofness, and your uncertainty, choosing to embrace you instead of letting you drift away. They wish to reveal the countless nights they spent awake, consumed by thoughts of you, the numerous times they typed messages that remained unsent, and the countless moments when your name nearly escaped their lips while they endeavored to appear strong. For the first time, they are confronting the profound impact the notion of you loving someone else, departing, or offering your heart to another has had on them. The truth they've uncovered regarding your feelings now anchors them, redirecting their vision toward clarity. It has shattered their internal confinement, liberating every emotion they sought to suppress. Their mind races with inquiries they previously dared not voice. What if you waited for them? What if you endured your pain in silence because they failed to choose you sooner? What if their indecision inflicted wounds you never disclosed? What if they are the very reason behind your transformation, your guarded heart, your emotional distance? These contemplations terrify them more than anything. They are gripped by the fear that their hesitance has cost them time, faith, and irreplaceable moments. This fear propels them forward, fueling their urgency, quickening their breath, and prompting them to disregard those who call out to them. They are determined not to squander another instant. They refuse to be the catalyst that necessitates fate's recurrence of the same lesson. They wish to rectify every misstep before the universe challenges them once more. Someone nearby senses their abrupt change in demeanor, their palpable shift in energy, and their unwillingness to participate in superficial conversations or fall into past patterns. This individual feels discomfort, for they understand precisely what your soulmate is pursuing and why. They sense their influence waning, slipping through their fingers like sand. Once your soulmate articulates their truth to you, there will be no room for manipulation, jealousy, or interference. This person finds themselves torn between sending your soulmate a message, perhaps fabricating another deception, inciting panic, or twisting the narrative to buy time, yet nothing seems to hold weight anymore. Your soulmate perceives their intentions as transparently as glass. They have resolved to no longer cede power to voices that do not seek their happiness. They have decided to cease allowing fear to dictate their actions. They have chosen to confront the truth that continually calls them back to you. For a brief moment, your soulmate pauses. Not from doubt, but in preparation. Their breath is heavy, their hands tremble slightly as they envision the instant they stand before you and convey their feelings. They can almost sense the current that will surge through them when your eyes finally meet. They anticipate the hush that will envelop them just before their confession escapes their lips. They comprehend that once they speak, nothing will revert to its original state, no more pretense, no more evasion, no further distancing. This will mark a dividing line, before truth and after truth. They are ready for this transformation, more so than ever before. Propelled forward by destiny, they quicken their pace, conscious that fate is guiding both of you toward a moment where everything is laid bare. They are determined not to squander the momentum fate has orchestrated. They refuse to risk missing this alignment. Deep within, a voice whispers that this is the moment everything has culminated in, the instant your hearts converge without barriers, misunderstandings, or fear. They are racing to reach you before the universe imposes another delay or tests the bond once more.